Right, so this week on your midweek special, sometimes we do something that's a bargain, sometimes we do something that's extra good value, sometimes we just do something that's exceptionally good quality. Today is the latter. We have got an exceptional, perfectly aged limousine cross heifer in stock that we've bought through David Sandham. It's a real top quality piece. This side of beef's weighing 162.9 kilos. We're going to butcher this up today. Should have it on sale, ready for you to see by 3 o'clock this afternoon. First come, first served on the cuts that we're going to get out of it. So the cuts that we'll get out of today's will be on sirloins coming out of this area, T-bones coming out of this area. Then you've got your rump. Out of the flank, we'll probably make some good quality burgers. We'll take a steak Canadians out of this part, the top rump. You get your silver side, you see natural lines there. You're going to get your salmon cut, top sides underneath. And then we'll have a couple of bits of fillet steak as well out of your fillet head. Your briskets will be coming out of this area. We'll have some beef short rib, some tomahawk steaks out of this beautiful rib area. We'll have some braising steak, shin beef, both parts. I'm going to do shin on the bone and off the bone. We'll have chuck steaks, we'll have stewing steaks, and we'll make some amazing burgers as well. So I'm going to butcher this full side of beef up right now. Hopefully we'll get it all flashed up for you, see you, and I'll share all prices up for you. This is an exceptional quality limousine cross heifer, heifer meaning it's female. It don't come any better, so we'll look forward to getting into this now. We'll get this cut up, get it broke up, and hopefully get you on it by 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. Get in early because this one won't last long. Let's see. So we'll start with taking shin bone off. Shin bone off. We actually call this the knee joint. Why? I don't know, because it's more like your collarbone. See? That'd be equivalent to your collarbone. So we'll get stewing steak and mince out of that. Now we're going to cut tomahawks out of this. So I'll take this bit of LMC out. Some really nice braising steak out of that later on, and we're going to cut some real good tomahawks. So out of this piece I can get some real nice short rib, and then I'll be boning and trimming this out for your brisket. Take it 5 ribs down to get us tomahawk steaks out, just hitting that spot bone. So, tomahawks we'll get out of here. You got out your rib quarter, chuck steak, stewing steak, braising steak, some more extra lean braising steak, brisket, short ribs, some stewing steak and some shin. That's what we'll get out of your forequarter. I'll get this butchered up. Next we'll go on to hindquarter. Right, secondly we'll move on to breaking the hindquarter. In your hindquarter, obviously I've told you before, you got your shin, you got your top side under here, salmon cut, silver side, top rump, which we use for steak Canadians, rump, sirloin, and obviously you've got your flank here. If I spin it over, I'll show you where fillet is. One sec. If I just take this bit back for you. Inside here you've got your skirting, and then you've got your whole fillet here. So we'll be taking sirloin from here, we'll be taking T-bones from here, and your rump fillet we'll be having that as well. This is your top side. I'll get this broke up and we'll show you the next process from. That's your rump. Look at that for quality, absolute quality. So, top of beef, this is where all your roast cuts come from. I'll do this now, I'll break this down into primals. All your staking cuts are in this side now, but we'll worry about that later. We'll get this sorted out for now. So, off with the shin. Achilles tendon, look, when people get injured and break their Achilles tendon, that's the one. Shin off. We'll go for hip bone out. Give it a little hip replacement. I've seen a restaurant in London, they were actually advertising spider steaks. Now, I don't believe in that, I just think it's a good way of making some money out of trim, but I'll show you where it comes from. So they're basically a spider steak, which this restaurant have invented. But basically just this bit here. Why it's a spider steak, I don't know. Just a good way of basically getting a lot of money out of you, but from what I could gather, they were sous videing it and doing whatever with it and making it look a bit fancy, but I absolutely guarantee you it's a piece of trim, it's not a spider steak. But anyway, for the content of video, spider steak. Right, hip bone out, let's go. Tell this beef's well bred and well farmed when the yield of the meat compared to the size of the bone. These are really nice dainty little bones. Obviously this is a female, so they're smaller than you get out of a bull, but you know, you're not going to get a load of waste out of that, so we'll save them for later. Just tidy this up. So from here we can take the top side out. That's the end of your fillet there, so we just find the seam. Once you've found that seam, it's relatively easy, you just keep it coming. And then going from other side, stand it up, find the seam again. A lot of this work gets done in factories now, and I absolutely guarantee you, you won't find so many in supermarkets that can do it. But there's a lot of good traditional butchers still out there, and that's why I harp on about maybe giving your trade to a butcher rather than a supermarket, but hey ho. So we meet that way that's come out. That's your untrimmed top side, getting ready for, obviously we've got to take all that back, get it all ready for preparation. From here you can see your salmon cut there, and like I say, it's just about staying in seams. Perfect heifer salmon cut, beautiful. What we're going to try and do now is get your top rump off, which we use for steak Canadians, and there's a little bit of top shin. Bit of trimming and a silver side flat in here, so we'll go for silver side flat first. Called the silver side flat for a simple reason. Time you go down that seam, you're just left with a silver side of gristle, which will take off when we prepare it for going into roasting beef. All your trims we'll just take to one side and we'll grade them later. There's a nice piece of like shin beef here that's just coming off your shin into silver, just a little bit higher grade. Stick that with your shin. Silver side flat. I always like to square these up. Like I say, all trims I take off, I'll then grade trims for bits that we can use for stew, bits that go into burgers, bits that go into mince. Bit of a slash mark there, I got a rollicking for that when I was younger. But yeah, you can see basis there of a nice square cut silver side flat, good quality. Beautiful heifer this, beautiful meat. And then we'll take your top off. What I like to do is take all this top bit off. While it's on bone. Don't think some people realise the work that goes into top quality meat. A lot of this, like I say, goes on in factories now, but still loads and loads of butchers out there who are boning their own beef and doing a great job of it. I'm sure there'll be plenty going to watch this video that'll say, well, I won't do it like that. Well, that's up to them. You'll never get butchers that agree with each other. They've all got their own style and how they do it, and fair play to all of them because they all do a good job. But yeah, this is just my take on a side of beef. This is what Phil Bennett does with it, and if that ain't up for everybody else, then that's fair enough, but we're not out to disgruntle anybody else. So marrow bones. Even these are sought after now, marrow bones, but we'll deal with them later on. Take the knee bone out. You ever cracked your knee bone? That's that. Now this piece of meat is what they call top rump. Some people call it knuckle. We use these for doing a steak Canadians. We slice them through really thin, really good piece of meat for us for that. But it's so versatile. It can be used as top quality frying steak. It can be cut into nice joints as well. Either way, it's a really nice versatile piece of meat that we use a lot in Bennett's Butchers. But yeah, that's your top rump. Top side ready for trimming. So I like to leave, because this heifer's going to have a little bit of fat in between leg, I'm going to trim it back. We're going to slice some fat and add some basting fat to it. But yeah, good quality. And like these in America and that, they'll trim these further back because they use them for different things. In England we generally roast topside, don't we? But they steak them, they smoke them. That's as far as I'm going to go with that for now, because we're going to break that into joints later on and add some basting fat to them. So you've got your roasting joints out of your top of beef. Salmon cut roasting beef, very versatile, lovely slices every single time. Silver side of beef, again, very, very consistent. Top side we like to use a little bit of basting fat to give it that moisture, and then you've got your top rump or knuckle, whichever way you want to call it, and that can be used for frying steak, joints, a multitude of things. And then you've got your inner shin and your leg shin. The leg shin I'm going to cut on the bone.